What is up, y'all? I'm going to teach you how to edit strings with Meta. Now, if you're using the SDB editor, stop using that. Meta is built in SDB. All you have to do is open Meta, hit File Open, hit SDB string, go to your SDB. Mine's not in there because that's not my mods folder. And then you go into your mods, the SDB, open it up, and bada boom, bada bang. The funny thing is, you don't even need to scroll down. You can just add the text in. Meta rocks. Add new, it adds a new string. And don't forget to save your DB. Now, if you are starting out and if you use the old SDB, you have to start over. Because sooner or later, like if you notice here, it's on an automatic numbering thing. So make sure you get a clean SDB, which is open up big00 cake 60. So just get it from cake 60, export it, make sure you put it in a folder called SDB. It has to be exactly that, or the game won't read it. The easiest thing to do is just double click on the folder and then export this. So you export the whole thing out. But then once you do that, open up your SDB and you'll be able to add it into your editor. I know if you're watching the tutorial, that Grix is actually using the old SDB. That's before Meta. Time to change. Meta keeps getting updated as time goes on. That's why you should continue to support it, because you just get more tools. It makes life so much easier. So like I said before, SDB editor, open up the SDB, bang, bada boom, bada bang. Like I said, all you have to do is add the text in, add new, make sure you don't forget to save, and then bake, and you should be good to go. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. And remember, this is very important. If you did not get a fresh SDB and freshly start with Meta, you really need to start over and do it. Because sooner or later, the whatever SDB editor you use, or the old SDB, it's gonna start messing up on the number, because this thing is on its own automatic ID system. It backs up everything for you. So make sure you start over and start fresh. Now, let's say you had an old SDB and you're like, man, I really don't wanna, do that thing all over again. So what you could do, which honestly, if you're just starting into modding, it's not a big deal. I'll be honest with you guys, it's not a big deal. So what I would do is, here's this. I'm trying to figure out where to put this so it doesn't mess up my stuff. All right, so don't worry about where I put that. So what you can actually keep two SDBs open at the same time. So I'm gonna go to the one I just exported. Notice how I scroll to the bottom. It doesn't have any of the new stuff that I added, right? So, and I go to my good one, you see how the numbers, where it's at 266, it's on this massive number. What you could do now, let's say this is your old one that you already had, and here's the new one that you freshly installed. What you could do is just copy over the text and make sure it's on the same ID and same numbering that you didn't change. But like I said, that's the only thing that you would do. Like if you see here, I have almost hundreds of thousands of strings in here. So me personally, there's no sense in me redo. I'm just gonna redo everything. But for you, you might just be starting out. So honestly, you could do this, but at the same time, like I said, if there's stuff already in the game, like you already added SDBs to your game, you changed a lot, just make sure it matches. As you can see here, the ID here is it's on a big number, so I don't even want to read it, but 688. Notice how it's all the way there. I'll need to make sure it's on the same thing when I'm adding it back. So you could just copy and paste to the old one that you have to a new one. Just make sure the numbering stay the same, so like you don't have to really change nothing else in your game. But that's if you have a lot. My thing, I would say, just start over, start fresh. Even if you just have like 5 or maybe 20 things in there, I would just honestly just do it over. It's just a lot easier, because sooner or later this ID thing is gonna start messing up, not messing up, but it's on its own numbering system. And if you use the old SDB editor, or if you use another SDB that's not freshly with Meta, like all the strings that I've added on my SDB is with Meta, so it's all backed up, it's all I won't have that issue, you know. And I've seen it already, so don't even like try it, because I've seen it countless times. People like, oh, my strings are disappearing, what's going on? I'm like, did you start a fresh SDB with Meta? They're like, no. I mean, that's your problem, because it's on its own system. So it's super easy. It's super easy to do. So stop using the old SDB editor, use the new one with Meta, and just add your strings, make life easier. And also it backs up your stuff. We don't really need it anymore to back us, because we don't have to update the game for patches. This was back in the day when the patches came out and like ruined our stuff, but we should be good, hopefully. Crossing fingers, nothing else is added to the game. But yeah, that's Meta. Sorry for the long video, but I just wanted to explain that part so people understand. So if you have any more questions, if you want to see another guide on Meta, I'm going to be trying to pump these out a lot sooner. So check it out and subscribe to the channel.